Hey guys, so today we're going to be breaking down the Legends Limited Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 tag character. Now I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, we can spend hours looking at the kit here on paper, but we're not going to really understand how good this unit is or understand how powerful they are until we use them because of how many angles this character has in their kit. Like how many mechanics, how many things exist in this character's kit. And it's kind of similar to the tag Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, who are also a tag character with a unique gauge with a preparation mode. There's just so much going on with this unit that it's just, we can look at what they do, sure, but it's, I don't think, going to have a lasting impression on me, like how good they are, until we actually get to experience how they feel in game when I use them. So let's go ahead and pump them up here. Remember, we have to sort of like back out the arts boost and then add back the title boost. So again, subtract, they're a ranged character. So it looks like they're going to be at around 265 blast. And their strike is not that far behind. It's going to be like 261. Okay. And then defensively, it looks like, oh yeah, defensively, they're looking pretty good. They're going to be at like high 170s. Defensively. That's good. High 170s. I'll take that. Okay, and then they hold a strike and a blast, sustained damage up, and then blast damage up. And the only, I guess, one downside to this character is that they're not on like a ton of teams. Well, I shouldn't even say teams. I should just say tags because I mean there are like the lesser tags, like we saw with Piccolo. He's on like Transforming Warrior and like Namekian and Super Warrior. Obviously, those teams don't exist, but what those let you do is it opens up a lot more equipment for characters, because a lot of times equipment have restrictions on them for specific tags. So even though, like, you know, Transforming Warrior is not a team, it's not like a team that you actually can like formulate and create, like, oh, I'm using a Transforming Warrior team. Like that doesn't exist. You can't buff Transforming Warrior with Z ability. There are equipment that require Transforming Warrior as a tags. That's why that's important sometimes. Gammas literally only have androids, and then of course they're on movies as well. So their equipment options might be slightly limited. I have to go ahead and check and see what they got. I know Androids has some really good equips though, so that combined with movies could be enough. Normal strike. The blast has anti-armor, 150% to blast damage inflicted against enemies' armor. Remember, this is just Gamma 1 we're looking at here. The blue card is Gamma Impact. This is a charging forward blue card. Massive impact damage. The following effects occur upon activation. 30% to special move damage for 3 counts. Minus 20% enemy sustained damage cut effects for 3 counts, and then reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1. Activates twice. But that is on activation. So even if you miss, like let's say you're in close range and your opponent jumps and then you press this blue card, even if the opponent jumps again and dodges this, they can't rush you immediately because you're destroying a Dragon Ball. That's strong. That actually is really strong. Also nullifies enemies, restores health when reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 3 timer counts if there is a defeated battle member. This is like, this effect right here is basically them being like, yeah, we should have put this on the Boo duo. We just didn't. Okay. The green card is a stop time green card. That's a lot of words. Draws a special move arts card next. Activates once. Okay. Restores own health by 10% and ki by 50. Reduces enemy ki by 40. Seals the enemy's special arts for 10 counts. Yeah, that's a long time. Sealing green cards for 10 counts. Inflicts all enemies attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received for 15 timer counts. Applies the following effects to self if there is a defeated battle member. Charges unique gauge by 25%. That's pretty strong. You actually are able to charge your unique gauge with your green card. That, honestly, that is an effect that I mentioned previously that I would have liked to have seen the Boo duo receive as well. So it looks like they're using the Boo duo as a template for how they could improve this character. Like, okay, what areas of the Boo duo, should we take a look at and sort of like buff for this next iteration of the preparation mode, which is what we're getting with these Gamma units. The unique gauge will not charge if it is currently decreasing or has already disappeared. Increases switch gauge by 30%. That's interesting. And then restores vanishing gauge by 70%. So if you have a defeated battle member, you're getting so many additional effects from this. This is looking pretty powerful. Okay. Oh, God. What? I don't want to read this. I mean, this is just the preparation mode, right? This is similar to the Boo Duo. So if unique gauge is full, this character enters Core Breaker preparation mode. The following effects occur and own unique gauge gradually decreases when this character is on the battlefield. Restores ally health by 10%. Shortens ally substitution counts by 10, and then reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1. So it looks like to me initially here, just from reading what it's saying, the big difference between this character and the Boo Duo is that during the Boo Duo's preparation mode, when, you know, sort of like Goku's charging up the Kamehameha and Vegeta has to hold off the enemy, obviously you can't switch from Vegeta. And Vegeta, like, locks the enemy in, or sorry, he doesn't lock them in, he locks the enemy's Rising Rush. Whereas with this character, it looks like you can switch out of the Gammas, but you're like not locking the Rising Rush. And I think how the way this works is the unique gauge will only deplete when you're switched in with the Gammas. I don't know. I think that's how it works, but I'm not 100% sure. The following effects occur if there is a defeated battle member. Restores own health by 25%. You get type neutrality for 30 counts, and you reduce enemies' Dragon Balls by 1. Yeah, we looked at the fine print earlier. Yeah, this is interesting as well, too. This character's switch ability will become unusable until the... Oh, no, it's not that one. I think it's down more. Activates Core Breaker, which targets the entire enemy battlefield once own unique gauge, which is 0. Applies the following effects itself upon activation and deals supreme impact damage. So the main difference here with the actual attack as compared with the Boo Duo is the Boo Duo deal massive damage. These guys deal supreme damage. Supreme damage with the Core Breaker, like big giant AoE attack. The other big difference here, I'm going to skip down a little bit. It says half the damage inflicted will also be dealt to the enemy members on standby. The Boo Duo say most of the damage. So the major difference between this character's preparation mode and the Boo Duo's preparation mode is the attack that the Boo Duo deal do more AoE damage, but less single target damage. Whereas this character is going to be doing more damage to the current enemy and less AoE damage. Which honestly, I think that's probably better. If I'm using the preparation mechanic, I would much rather focus on killing the, you know, character that's switched in as opposed to doing like more AoE damage. I think that's more important. Just making sure you kill somebody. Okay, so tag switch to Gamma 2, 15% HP, 20% damage inflicted, restores Vanishing Gauge by 100%. That's really strong. There are a lot of instances where I was using the Boo Duo and I'm like trying not to dodge with Vegeta because I want to make sure that after I do the Transcendent Kamehameha, that I don't have like a non-vanishable unit that I'm using, right? I'd rather finish the animation and then I'm back onto the battlefield and I have the ability to actually play the game and vanish. So the fact that he gets 100% vanish, I think, is actually really important. He gets type neutrality as well, and then he also nullifies endurance. So pretty damn strong, attack there from Gamma 2. It looks like. There's one interesting thing that I saw here. Let me see. So the damage from this attack cannot, because the defeated attack cannot be evaded. This attack cannot be cover changed against. Own unique gauge will disappear after this attack hits. Yep. Yeah, okay, it's not there yet. I thought I saw something where it said like this character's switch gauge will be unavailable after the Core Breaker, which makes sense because Gamma 2 dies, right? Gamma 2 does the Core Breaker and then he's dead. I think what happens is you use the Core Breaker and then this character just becomes Gamma 1 after the Core Breaker is used, which canonically makes sense. So a switch gauge, if unique gauge is not full, tag switch to Gamma 2, 10% HP, 40 ki, 20% damage inflicted, which is a permanent buff. This is where things get pretty interesting here. They get 3 counts of type neutrality and cover null. So if you switch into Gamma 2, I think the same is true vice versa as well from Gamma 2 to Gamma 1. If you switch, you have 3 counts to just go wild, which if you have like a full hand, like 3 counts is enough, I think, to chain together like 3 cards. If you just don't sidestep or anything, like you just click them in succession. That's strong, man. That is really strong. Okay, so the Z ability is 30% to Sagas from the movies, androids, blast attack and defense, and then 18% to android strike defense. So they get. I'm actually gonna go through this a little bit quicker because I don't want to spend all day doing this. 90% damage inflicted, 70% reduced damage received. Okay, now we're talking. Nullifies the normal conditions for 60 counts, minus the blaster its cost, and they get permanent card draw speed. Following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. 25 key, 70% damage. So they're basically entering the battlefield with 160% damage there. Cancels on attribute downgrades, inflicts enemy attribute downgrade -1 to arch card draw speed. That's, again, we're seeing like almost every single new character giving some form of negative card draw speed, which is why I keep saying it's really important for characters to have unconditional, non-cancelable card draw speed. You have to. You can't be an offensive character in this game in this day and age with like negative card draw speed. You just can't function. You can't. The following effects occur according to the number of timer counts elapsed from battle start. 20 counts is 15% of damage inflicted by allies, and then 40 counts, 20% to own health restoration. That's interesting. So they're actually supporting as well. Health restoration is only for them, but obviously the damage is for the whole team. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield via tag switch. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. That's good. Restores vanishing gauge by 30%. So if you tag in via Gamma 2 into Gamma 1, he's going to be getting 30% of his vanish back, and he's drawing a card. -5 to arts cost for 10 counts, and then 50% to key recovery. It's a lot of effects, man. Applies the following effects self upon landing a strike or a blast arts hit. 10% vanishing gauge. That's very similar to the tag 17 and 18, if you guys remember how the 18 side works. Charges switch gauge by 30%. What? You realize how dumb that is? Let me just check something. Does Gamma 2 also do the same thing? Tag switch to Gamma 1? Yeah, they do. I was looking to see if Gamma 2 into Gamma 1 also got cover null. You guys realize why that's so stupid, right? Gamma 1. Let's go back here. So the first strike or blast card you do with Gamma 1 gives you 30% of the tag switch gauge. Remember, they have 3 counts of cover null when they tag. That's going to get really crazy. Okay, we'll have to see how that works. Following effects occur when hit with an enemy's arch attack while this character is in the battlefield. Restores own health by 10%, shortens ally sub count by 2, and then reduces enemy key by 20. These guys just do everything, it looks. Look how long this is. What the hell is this? Activation count resets when characters switch or a tag switch is performed. Knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their blast arts attack, which is comboable with the blue card. Following effects occur when changing cover. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 3 counts. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special move arts card next. So if you cover change into the blast card, you get a blue card to combo with it. That's kind of like Evolution Blue Vegeta, how he works, right? Activates once. And then also on top of that, they inflict no switching. So if you cover change for this character against a purple unit, and you catch them with a blast card, like, they're dead. Because they get a guaranteed blue card with no switching. Okay, dude. Following effects occur when enemy performs a cover change while this character is on the battlefield. They get card draw speed, and they're healing the entire team, and they're destroying 2 enemy cards. I don't think the card destruction is that important here, but getting extra card draw speed is really, really good. Slightly charges on unique gauge every time this character uses their switch ability. Okay, that's how the Buu Duo work as well. Applies the following effects to self once the unique gauge is full, activates once. Applies attribute upgrade, shortens sub count by 2. Let me just reread this. Applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. Applies attribute upgrade, shortens sub count by 2. That's just a permanent buff. Just permanently reduce sub count by 2. And then they get minus 20% to enemy sustained damage cut permanently as well. Dude, this is... Okay. There's just too much going on here. This is the same blue card as Gamma 1, Gamma 2. All right, what does this green card do differently? Let me just... I don't even remember what Gamma 1's green card did. Okay. So Gamma 2 is healing, getting key, 50% damage inflicted. Reduces enemy ki by 40. Cancels enemy attribute upgrades. And then I assume, yeah, this is the same stuff if there's a dead ally. Let me just see something here. Yeah, here we go. This is where I was seeing this. This character's switch ability will become unusable until the end of battle after entering Core Breaker preparation mode. So again, the Core Breaker happens, the preparation mode ends, and then this character just becomes Gamma 1. Is how it works. Okay, we already looked at all this stuff. I'm pretty sure this is all going to be pretty similar, right, to the Gamma 1 side here. Restores own ki by 25, 50% to own ki recovery, -1 to art's card draw speed when they enter the battlefield. We saw this already, it's the same. Draws 1 new card with 3 fewer cards, yeah, and then this is just, they're actually just doing too much. They're actually just doing too much. The one difference between Gamma 2 and Gamma 1 with their cover change effects is Gamma 2 is straight up nullifying the blast cards, right? So it technically is not a knockback where you can combo this with a blue card. Actually, it is very similar to Future Gohan, to LF Future Gohan's cover change. LF Future Gohan does nullify blast cards, but like you can't combo that with a blue card. I think this Gamma 2 should work the same way. Yeah, this is just, look at this. Applies the following effects to enemy when performing a special cover change. Destroys all cards. -2 card draw speed. Increases own card draw speed 1 level when you perform a cover change. Sorry, when enemy cover changes. Yeah, that's the same as Gamma 1. And then again, it's mostly the same as Gamma 1, but there's some slight differences. Again, there's just, dude, look how I have everything open. Look at this. Is there enough? Dude, what? I can't remember this. What do you expect? What do you expect me to do? This unit seems pretty dumb. Again, it's going to take quite a bit of play testing to actually get this character down, but they seem ridiculous. Let me know down below what you guys think of Tag Gamma 1 and 2. I guess one other thing I should mention, although I assume most people know at this point, is this is the first tag character to not change their typing in any way when they tag switch. So both Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 are both yellow. Not reverse yellow. They're not changing typing like Goku and Frieza. They're just both yellow. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you guys think of Gamma 1 and 2, and I'll see you all in the next one.